YouTube land, what's up? It's your girl Makara from Cougar's Closet. How y'all doing tonight? So listen, you are with the Cougar and we are in the lab tonight, right? And so I am doing some research. And what I am doing some research on here tonight is I was listening to getting one of my readings, right? And so one of the readers said that the moon was in Leo. And the moon went in Leo, I think she said February 5th. So I wanted to find out what that was about. I want to do some research and find out. So I'm kind of getting, I'm kind of putting together what the moon in Leo means. So basically, I'm doing some research but basically, so what the moon in Leo brings is that people are going to be diving. Now, this is taking shape right now. And it's probably been going on the last, I know, about 2 or 3 weeks. So what this is with the moon in Leo, people are going to be expressing their softer sides, and they are going to be showing what's in their heart. And y'all, I'm getting some of this off of tarot.com and cosmopolation.com and stars like you. So it's like basically people are going to find themselves going back to their inner child and places that make them feel overall good and comfort spots that they remember. And so it talks about, yeah, it did start February 5th. It started 3 days ago. So if you're in the love sector, it talks about the fifth house of romance, drama, and pleasure and creativity. And I'm getting this off of wellandgood.com. Let's see if I can go in here. Because sometimes these things will let you go in here and then they won't show you everything. It says the full moon in Leo is built a little differently. Expect more emotional reactivity, relentlessness, and the courage to leave behind what no longer serves you. So basically, people gonna be cutting ties, people gonna be getting on, people gonna be turning inwards, dealing with themselves. People are going to basically start to cut off the need for approval, to cut off the need of approval for others. People are going to get to the point where they no longer feel like they need to be accepted by a certain group or a certain group of people, a certain type of people. And it's saying like relationships can manifest like if there was, did I tell y'all this is well and good? Yeah. It's basically saying like people are going to be traveling and itching towards what they want. Like people are going to start basically living in their truth. And like if there's any type of rejection or fear or anything negative that you work out of, anxiety and depression and things to that nature, you're going to be figuring out a way to combat those and deal with those. And so it talks about the romantic life for Aries. It says if you've been dating, your love life can expect a few twists and turns or perhaps a resurgence of pleasure and playfulness. Creativity products also reach a climax, and it's time to bask in present moment and all you have accomplished. So with this being said, maybe there's some Aries out there that's kind of I'm getting there's some Aries out here that's kind of fed up with the love department, and they've given up on love, the idea of love or whatever. And some of you, a good portion of you, were so fed up like you weren't even dating. But that's because you couldn't handle not dating. Like you would give your all, like you didn't know how to draw the line between, a plaything and a real thing. So some of you are going to tap in and pick up that you're in a stronger spot now, and you can handle at least having a friend, like a friend with benefits type of thing. But it's going to be more with more benefits that it's ever had before, any relationship you've ever been in before. More character of a mate this time, whoever this person you meet, and room for advancement. Now, I'm on a tight schedule, so I'm gonna try to see what's going on with Taurus. Okay, with Taurus, Leo moves through your fourth house of home and family and past. The moon activates both your public and private life. You may also experience big shakeups at work. It's a powerful time to release pieces of your past and engage in self-forgiveness and self-compassion. Changes with family members or sudden desires to move can all pop up. The full moon in Leo brings main character energy for everyone, but especially for you. So with Taurus, how this thing is going to work, this Leo moon, you are going to be feeling like you are at a place where you can forgive. Because Tauruses can be heavy grudge holders. They can really be resentful of a parent if a parent showed more favoritism to one child or something, or if they felt left out or something. Like Tauruses, they kind of smother their pain. And so with this moon coming over, what's telling me you are going to be in a softer place where forgiving, it can be negotiated on the table now. How about that? This is just a thought for you, but at least we getting to the thought, and that's good because you usually don't think about a thought when you teed off. Gemini, you've always got your ear to the ground, Gemini, but more information arrives under these moonbeams. The full moon in Leo illuminates your third house of communication, information, and learning. If you're in school, this moon could correlate with completing a course or becoming more proficient in a new skill. If you have siblings, you may learn news about some of them of your extended family members. In general, this moon will deliver some new type of news. So pay attention to topics, discussions, themes, and people you encounter this day. So what this is telling me for the Gemini, how the moon will affect them, is the Gemini is wanting to be the tip-top shape of their self. So a lot of you Geminis will find yourself basically trying to research yourself and figure out what it takes for you to be a better person, what it takes for you to get a better job. Like the Geminis are going to find themselves pretty much more like brushing off, blowing off the dirt of their resumes. Like they got a journey that they want to go on, but this journey is more in the work area. I don't really think it's leaning more towards it talks about family, but I don't really think you Gemini is going to be, I mean, when you're around them, you are going to show them compassion and you are going to show them love. But I think family, other than like kids and grandkids, is pretty much going to take the back burner for you. Cancer, have money on the mind? The moon in Leo activates your second house of income, resources, and self-worth, finances, raises, promotions, and becoming more intimately involved with your budget. You are with your budget are all on the table. With wild card Uranus involved, the full moon in Leo can go one or two ways. An exciting windfall or surprise, a bonus check, unexpected expenses or bills popping up. Lean with gratitude for all you have, and don't be afraid to ask for what you are worth. So what I'm getting for how the moon will affect these cancers, for how Leo will affect these cancers, is Basically, just be prepared for a surprise. And it can be a surprise out of the unknown. I don't know if it's going to be a good surprise or if it's going to be a bad surprise, but I can tell you either way, it will be a shocking surprise. So if something happens out of the blue, like rarely, just don't even question it. Just be like, oh, okay, that's what they were talking about. That's what was coming. So that's how the Cancer will be affected by this moon. Let's see. Leo, this could be exciting. The only full moon in Leo this year activates your first house of identity, sense of self, personal ambitions. This is really your true moment. It's all about you. It can be a reflective and sensitive time. You can make use of energy to shed old versions of yourself and set up future versions of who you want to be. Relationship changes either at work or either at love. You may experience some turbulence or sudden hidden breakthroughs. Okay, so this kind of is like the Gemini. With the Leos, how the moon will affect, basically, baby, you showing up as a winner. You ain't taking no, you coming to clear the whole table. Now, you understand that it won't be that easy to catch the kill. You understand that. But you are going to be driven by ambition. And so what's going to happen is you're going to be driven by ambition and you are going to be heightened in your intuition. So like things that you used to didn't have the answer for, you're going to find yourself having the answer for, because like I said, this is kind of like the Gemini. You'll be building yourself up to meet with people that you once couldn't meet before with, if that makes sense, because you wasn't at that place yet. So you'll be working on yourself a lot. Let's see what they say, how the moon will affect Virgo. It's time to slow down. The full moon in Leo moves through your 12th house of endings, closure, spirituality, and release. Consider yourself at a recharging station. If you've been working beyond the scope of boundaries, this full moon may remind you that solitude can bring clarity. The rest is productive. You have a deeper access to your subconscious and intuition, so pay attention to symbols and meanings in your dreams and waking life. So Virgo, how the moon will affect you, it's like you are going to be connecting dots for this moon. You are going to be walking through mysteries, but you are the mysteries, if this makes sense, the mysteries that you are walking through, they not, after you get done walking through them, they not gonna be a mystery, if that makes sense. You gonna have all what you need. It's not gonna be hard to figure out what you need to do, but you do need to get plenty of rest, because whatever you are getting ready to embark upon, it takes time, it takes patience, it takes effort. I'm getting like a boss energy or something, to where like something is going to need your full attention, and things are going to start coming clearer to you that wasn't never clear to you before, and things that need to be wiped out, you will get around to wiping them out. Some things will slowly leave on their own. Let's see what it says for Libra. You're reflecting more on social circle, 11th house of community, friendship, as well sector in your chart, hopes and dreams and future. Okay, so basically, I ain't gonna read all of it. So basically, you're gonna find yourself where you are able to do a lot of networking with people, and people that can get you over to the right people, and people that can give you some phone numbers. Like, you all about action. This is what this moon is going to do for this Libra. Like, you are on a wild goose chase, but you're not running with your head cut off. There's a goal and there's a destination. You are wanting and willing, and you're going to be amongst important people if you want that. But it says that you will be broadening your circle, so you might notice that you're out a lot. You might notice that you get asked on a couple of dates, or you might notice that a couple of girlfriends call and want to hang out or something. Something to that nature, to where like you could get introduced to somebody of importance through some friends, or you may could get introduced to a lover. Sagittarius, you are ready for something new. This full moon in Leo moves through your ninth house of travel and expansion and spirituality and adventure and education. So I'm not going to read all of this stuff because it might take too long. Okay. So for the Sagittarius, how this Leo moon is going to affect you, you want to discover. Now, usually you like to go on trips for relaxation, but this time I really shouldn't say it that way, because when you go on trips, you're always exploring at the same time, right? It's more relaxation and exploring together. But this time you may feel the hunch to start traveling, but you want to understand some things. Like, you want to travel, but you don't want to party. You want to learn. Like you want to learn about some Ars Tac, Aztec, whatever this stuff is, some geometrics and pyramids, and like you want to like pay attention. Your mind is yearning for a higher level of education. There could be something that you're working on and you're trying to figure out how to put it together. And traveling is what you need to help you understand this. You might be working on something like from a geographic standpoint or something. Something that's kind of far-fetched. Y'all, let me see. I'm low. I'm getting low on time. Capricorn, land you in the eighth house of intimacy, fears, psychic, and shared resources. You might be reflecting on contracts spoken and unspoken with the things that you share with others. So how the moon might affect you, Capricornians, there's some things going on and you know they're going on and you're watching them go on, but I don't believe you're talking too much about them. You're just kind of watching the pieces come together, and you're kind of letting things unfold, and you don't feel the need to push. This is a smooth ride right here. And so like there could be something coming up that you've worked hard for, and it's right around the corner, although it doesn't feel like it's around the corner for you. But there's things that you also will revisit a couple of more times to clear them out your system, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm pressed for time. Aquarius, how this Leo will affect. Romance is in the air, bringing it to a break of energy. The full moon graces relationships in love, matter, and certain decisions. Okay, so there could be a couple of Aquariuses out here, right, that's going to have to face a decision when it comes to love. Maybe you've only had one option, and the one option that you had hadn't been so great and been taking advantage of you or something. But now you might find yourself with 2 or 3 people looking at you, and now you got options, and you might be saying goodbye to somebody else. It's a serious affair in love, they say. Pisces, what's been brewing underneath the surface. 6th house of routine, work, balance, and conflict and health. Okay, so somebody is trying to figure out how to work these 3 things. Somebody might got a little light health scare or something more that they need to work on. I'm going to always say drink more water. But whoever, like these Pisces, how the moon will affect you is you are going to notice that you are striving for balance, but you are trying to be like a tricycle. You're trying to be balanced out on 3s, if that makes sense. It's kind of like juggling balls for you this month. You're going to try to figure out what works, what doesn't work, what to leave in, what to take out. You're trying to figure out how to get your love life together. You're trying to figure out how to get your work under control, because I got a feeling for a lot of you Pisces, you work hard. Your work is overtaking you to the point where you're kind of starting to feel like you are in a routine and you want to break out of this routine. And for a good portion of you Pisces, I don't feel like you're seeing nobody serious at this time. But, and I don't think you will be seeing anybody real serious, but I think you are going to run across, maybe about 2 people at the most that are genuine, like that you wouldn't mind going back out with. You've been running across a couple of dates and stuff, but they haven't been catching, and people are shocking you out of the left field, doing things that you don't like, is what I'm getting. But I see you trying to get your circle together the way you want them, like to really choose the type of friends that you want to hang around. And if you're your own employer, I see you trying to get some type of schedule with yourself to where, like, your job, you're not putting so many hours into your job, where you have more free time. Seems like whatever Pisces this is, you always at this workplace more. When you come home, all you can do is sleep or something like that. And so you're trying to find a balance to where you can cut in and still make the same amount of money as if you would have if you had stayed all day, but you didn't. So maybe education skills or something's going to come along where you're going to learn a new skill that will allow you to cut your time in half and be able to make the same amount of money and enjoy and you will be able to have and enjoy a social life, and as well as a little dating thing. But like I said, I don't see anything getting too serious just yet. And I think that wraps it all up so far. If I left, I didn't see Scorpio. Did I see Scorpio, y'all? Or was Scorpio? I don't know if I saw Scorpio. And this thing gonna cut off here then.